Let's cross live to Lagos, where we have our correspondent. It's been a year ago this week since Nigeria witnessed widespread protests against police brutality and, in particular, an end to a notorious police unit known as the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS. They accused the squad of violating human rights and engaging in extrajudicial killings from across the world. International stars like John Boyega gave their support to the movement, and here in Nigeria, popular figures like the writer, performance poet, and lawyer Dike Chukwemeje joined the protesters in calling for reforms. Well, protests were held not just in Nigeria but across the world, including London, Berlin, Toronto, Atlanta, New York. Many young Nigerians saw the campaign as a fight for their generation and used social media to amplify the demands for good governance and an end to corruption. But how have they managed to capture that anger and to channel it towards more lasting political change? FEMI AKINSANYA, our correspondent on ground, these are live pictures from the Lekki toll plaza, or the toll gate in Lagos. You can call it the ground zero of those protests in Lagos, and you would not be wrong. Femi, great if you can hear us in the studio. It's Adesua and Kenneth. We see you at the Lekki Toll Plaza. Tell us what's going on there.
Well, you've come through to it at a very interesting time. We've had one protester show up, a man dressed in white cloth. He did have a poster referring to this anniversary, of course, October 2020, as being Black Tuesday. He has just been apprehended by security forces just behind me here. He had already started walking calmly from behind the camera. He had walked across the street to where the security guards were, held his poster, and was largely left to continue walking. That was until the security forces just behind me here went to apprehend him. Now that was a big group of them, all of them armed, went, and he went peacefully. There was no resistance, but he has been taken into custody just now. Our cameraman has gone with his mobile phone to get some on the ground footage because of how quick this was happening before you came to us here. But as it stands now, what we know is that we were expecting a car procession protest, where largely you'll have protesters gather at the toll gate and drive through within a circle. If you're familiar to the Lagos axis, this area, you'll know that it starts, this toll gate area links Victoria Island to Lekki. And so what you can do is go around in a circle and get the full breadth of the Lekki toll gate area. So the idea of this car procession is to have a group of vehicles all in unison pass under the toll gate and continue going round as part of their process. That wasn't their original plan. There was an organized gathering arranged to happen today at Landmark, which is also here in Lagos. We're hearing reports that organized protest was not allowed to be held. The organizers, we're told, had paid for the venue over in Landmark, and they had been able to continue planning as planned. It has been reported that the Lagos state government put pressure on the owners of Landmark, and in return, as a result of that pressure, we are hearing that Landmark did return the monies paid for that venue, which meant that protest could not go ahead as planned. As a result, the contingency, the plan B for lack of a better term, was this car procession. The fact that if you don't want people to gather in person, if you don't want them to gather together in a venue, you can't stop them driving through a toll gate that is free for everyone to use. So that's what's happening here. When we first got here, I have to say there wasn't much happening. The protest itself, the car procession, was supposed to happen at around 8 a.m., around 5 minutes from now. So, you know, in the run-up to that, there was not much happening on the ground. And what we did see was that one protester with their one poster approached the toll gate and approached the security guards. As I said, they were armed, but there was no physical altercation. He was forcibly removed and taken in detention. But that is all of the action that we've had as yet. As I said, in the coming minutes, we're expecting.
Okay, that was Femi AKINSANYA at the Lekki toll gate Lekki Toll Plaza in Lagos. She's been talking about expecting a procession of vehicles of young people who seemingly have not been allowed to protest, but instead they're going to be driving their cars to that toll gate. Are they going to be stopping at the toll gate, or are they just going to be passing by? We'll keep our eyes on that.